What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, January 4th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMLO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Hopefully everyone had a great New Year's weekend. 2016 started off on a sad note as celebrities took to social media to express their condolences over the passing of Natalie Cole. Cole died Thursday night at the age of 65 at Cedars-Sinai Hospital after suffering from congestive heart failure. Aretha Franklin said, "I am so sorry to hear about Natalie Cole's passing. I had to hold back the tears. I know how hard she fought. She fought for so long. She was one of the greatest singers of our time. She represented the Cole legend of excellence and class quite well." Tony Bennett quoted saying, "Natalie was an exceptional jazz singer and it was an honor to have recorded and performed with her on several occasions. She was a lovely and generous person who will be greatly missed." Dionne Warwick said, "More like family than friend was Natalie. My heart aches. My sincere condolences to her family, and may she now rest in peace." Neil Portnow, the president and CEO of the Recording Academy, said, "We are very saddened to learn of the passing of one of music's most celebrated and iconic women. Natalie followed her legendary father into the music business with magnificent hits like Inseparable, This Will Be, and Unforgettable, achieving multi-platinum worldwide success in her own right. We lost a wonderful, highly cherished artist." Arsenio Hall said, "In college, I named my bass guitar Natalie. As a young stand-up comic, I opened for Natalie Cole. She was all that in all ways." The Reverend Jesse Jackson tweeted, Hashtag Natalie Cole, sister beloved, and of substance and sound. May her soul rest in peace. Hashtag Inseparable. Marlee Matlin said, "I am saddened by the news of the passing of my friend Natalie Cole, lovely songbird and great actress too. She is now singing in heaven." Pangria said, "Peace be still, Natalie Cole, a gracious songbird." Patti LaBelle said, "Sending prayers and condolences to all the loved ones of my friend, hashtag Natalie Cole. She will be truly missed, but her light will shine forever." Ken Eldridge, the executive producer of the Grammys, said, "One of the loveliest people I ever worked with. She was always sweet, always wanted to please, and was just so nice." Questlove from The Roots said, "Sophisticated lady, I love Natalie Cole so much, man. One of my first childhood idols. I got to meet and nerd out when I first got in the business." Fantasia said, "Rest in peace, Natalie Cole. I will forever love your music. Your voice was like an angel." Lenny Kravitz said, "As the new year was ushering in, an angelic instrument moved on. Natalie Cole's voice was perfection. And what a lady. You will be missed, my dear. Love." MC Hammer said, "Prayers for hashtag Natalie Cole's family. She saw and touched the world through her journey of life and with her beautiful voice. Hashtag Inseparable." Rosie O'Donnell said, "We will miss her like crazy." Andy Cohen tweeted, "Losing Natalie Cole is a sad start to a new year." Gigi Hadid said, "Heartbroken. Natalie Cole was a true legend and a beautiful spirit. I feel so lucky to have known her. Rest in peace." Chance the Rapper tweeted, "So sad to hear about Natalie Cole. Hashtag Unforgettable." Al Roker tweeted, "Thoughts and prayers to the family of the great Natalie Cole, who passed at this morning at the age of 65. Country singer Josh Turner tweeted, sorry to hear of Natalie Cole's passing. I'm honored to have shared the stage with her in D.C. several years ago. She was an incredible singer." Russell Simmons tweeted, "Rest in peace, my friend Natalie Cole." Keith Sweat tweeted, "Rest in peace, Natalie Cole. Hashtag one of the greats." Kim Whitley tweeted, "Rest in peace to the hashtag unforgettable Natalie Cole. Her musical legacy, both trailblazing and pioneering, will keep her spirit alive forever." Camille Cosby will be required to testify in a defamation suit filed in Massachusetts by 7 women against her husband Bill Cosby, who they accuse of drugging and sexually assaulting them. United States Magistrate Judge David H. Hennessy denied a motion filed by Camille Cosby that she may not be made to testify in a case of the state's martial disqualification law, which renders her incompetent because she could potentially be asked to speak against her husband. Bill Cosby Cosby was arraigned December 30th in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania on charges of felony sexual assault stemming from an alleged incident in 2004. During the course of the last year, at least 50 women have accused Cosby of drugging, assaulting, or raping them. Since the number of accusations against the legendary comedian has grown, Camille Cosby has publicly defended her husband continuously. The 7 women filed the suit because Cosby portrayed them as liars after they publicly accused him of assaulting them, and he has already been disposed in the case. Cosby has since filed a countersuit against them. Hennessy wrote in his decision there was, quote, no merit in Camille Cosby's motion requiring her to appear for a deposition on January 6, CNN reported. While the 7 women claim they've subpoenaed her because she was her husband's business manager for many years, she believes they will ask about personal conversations between her and her husband, as well as shame her by forcing her to answer questions about her husband's extramarital sex life. George R.R. Martin says the publication of his next Song of Ice and Fire novel has been delayed because he hasn't completed the book. The literary fantasy series is the basis for the immensely popular HBO drama series Game of Thrones, which is entering into its 6th season. The 67-year-old author penned on his blog Saturday, "The Winds of Winter is not finished. Believe me, it gives me no pleasure to type those words. You're disappointed, and you're not alone. My editors and publishers are disappointed. HBO's disappointed. My agents and foreign publishers and translators are disappointed, but no one could be possibly more disappointed than me. For months now, I have wanted nothing so much as to be able to say I have completed and delivered The Winds of Winter on or before the last day of 2015. But the book's not done, nor it is likely to be finished tomorrow or next week. Yes, there are a lot written, hundreds of pages and dozens of chapters. Those no-pages done reports were insane, the usual garbage internet journalism that I have learned to despise. But there's also a lot still left to write. I am months away still, and that's if the writing goes well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Chapters still to write, of course, but also rewriting. I also do a lot of rewriting, sometimes just polishing, sometimes pretty major restructures. Martin went on to say that he had hoped to get the 6th book in the series into readers' hands before season 6 of the TV show premiered in mid-April, but that won't happen. Martin explained, unfortunately, the writing did not go as fast or as well as I would like. You can blame my travels or my blog posts or the distractions of other projects and the couture and whatever, or maybe all that had an impact. You can blame my age, and maybe that had an impact too. But if truth be told, sometimes the writing goes well and sometimes it doesn't, and that was true for me even when I was in my 20s. And as spring turns to summer, I was having more bad days than good ones. Around about August, I had to face facts. I was not going to be done by Halloween. I cannot tell you how depressed that realization depressed me. I can't tell you when it will be done or when it will be published. But best guess, based on our previous conversations, is that Batman, and presumably my British publisher as well, can have the hardcover out within 3 months of delivery if their schedule permits. But when delivery will be, I can't say. I am not going to set another deadline for myself to trip over. The deadlines just stress me out. I am going back to my stance from last March before all this. It will be done when it's done, and it will be as good as I can possibly make it. The 90-minute television special Sherlock the Abominable Bride was seen in the UK by about 8.4 million viewers, the BBC said. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, the program aired on the BBC in Britain and PBS in the United States on Friday night. The American numbers were not immediately available Saturday. The TV movie was sandwiched between Season 3 and 4 of the iconic mystery series Sherlock, which takes place in current contemporary London and is based on Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Victorian-era set stories. Abominable Bride transports modern-day sleuth Sherlock Holmes and his partner John Watson to the 19th century of Doyle's source material. It will be released in selected theaters later this month. Lamar Odom Jr. shared on Instagram the first photo of his father, Lamar Odom, since the professional basketball player was hospitalized in October. The selfie shows part of the elder Odom's face with his son and daughter Destiny, who is sticking out her tongue in the background. Odom Jr. captioned Thursday's Instagram post, "Christmas with my pops," which went viral over the weekend. Here's to 2016, bless. Us Weekly said the teens are Odom's children with his former longtime partner Lisa Morales. Odom was in the midst of a divorce from his wife, reality TV star Khloe Kardashian, when he was found unresponsive due to a drug overdose in Nevada brothel last fall. He spent days in a coma on life support and suffered several strokes and kidney failure, but since has been on the road to recovery with Kardashian by his side for much of the ordeal. British actress and United Nations Goodwill Ambassador Emma Watson took to Twitter to show support for the next actress who will play Hermione Granger, the brainy wizard Watson originated and portrayed in 8 Harry Potter films. It was announced late last year that Noma Dumouenzi will be playing Hermione in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, a London stage play featuring characters from the Harry Potter books and movies, and said 19 years after the events of the last episode, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The casting of Dumouenzi created buzz on the internet because the actress is black and Watson, who first played the role on film, is white. J.K. Rowling, the author who wrote the Harry Potter books, publicly voiced her approval shortly after the casting was revealed. Watson tweeted Saturday along with a string of heart emojis, "Can't wait to see Noma Dumouenzi as Hermione on stage this year. Hashtag Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Hashtag 2016. Singer-actress Miley Cyrus and actor Liam Hemsworth ring in the new year together, but it's unclear whether they are dating. TMZ said the famous exes celebrated the start of 2016 in Hemsworth's native Australia. No details regarding the current status of their relationship were immediately available. Cyrus and Hemsworth announced they were engaged in June 2012 after 3 years of off and on dating, but they decided to break up in September 2013. Cyrus dated Patrick Schwarzenegger from 2014 to 2015, and in 2015 publicly revealed she identifies as gender fluid and pansexual. Britain's Prince William admits he is more emotional now than he is the father of 2 young children. People magazine said the royal revealed in the previous clip for the BBC television special when Ant and Dec met the prince 40 years of the Prince's Trust. He said, I'm a lot more emotional than I used to be, weirdly. He also added, I never used to get too wound up or worried about things, but now the smallest little things, you well up a little more, you get affected by the sort of things that happen around the world or whatever a lot more, I think, as a father, just because you realize how precious life is and it puts it all in perspective. The idea of not being around to see your children grow up and stuff like that. Prince William, the elder son of Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana, married Kate Middleton in April 2011. The couple are now the parents of 2-year-old Prince George and 8-month-old Princess Charlotte. Black Mass actor Johnny Depp expressed his gratitude to his wife, actress Amber Heard, as he accepted a prize at the Palm Springs International Film Festival award ceremony. E! News reported Depp said in his speech Saturday night, I also have to thank my wife Amber for putting up with me, living with all these characters, which can't be easy, referring to his many quirky alter egos. It's hard for me, it's got to be hard for her. Depp and Heard will celebrate their 1-year wedding anniversary next month. Heard can now be seen in the critically acclaimed drama The Danish Girl. Also honored at the Palm Springs Gala for their various performances in 2015 were Cate Blanchett, Matt Damon, Michael Fassbender, Bryan Cranston, Rooney Mara, Brie Larson, Tom McCarthy, Steve Carell, Saoirse Ronan, and Alicia Vikander. Israeli supermodel Bar Raffaelli has announced via Instagram she is pregnant with her first child. She tweeted by saying 2016 is going to be like, reads her message with ends in baby face and bottle emojis. Happy and healthy new year. The post captioned a photo of a positive pregnancy test. Raffaelli did not reveal her baby's gender or anticipated date. She and businessman Adi Erezia were married in September. Raffaelli previously dated actor Leonardo DiCaprio from 2005 to 2009. Dancing with the Stars veteran Whitney Carson has married her high school sweetheart Carson McAllister. The professional dancer shared on Instagram a beautiful wedding photo of her in a formal white gown and veil, standing next to her new husband looking handsome in a black suit and red tie. Carson captioned the image, "Sealed for eternity to my sweetheart, at Carson, McAllister, hashtag SLC Temple." People magazine reported that a happy event took place in Utah's Salt Lake City on New Year's Friday. In attendance at the dinner and reception at the Noah's Event Center, which followed a small religious service, were guest celebrities Emma Slater, Lindsay Arnold, Brittany Cherry, Jenna Johnson, Carlos Pena Vega, Chris Soules, Alfonso Ribeiro, Kim Johnson, and Alexa Pena Vega. Anna Camp and Skylar Austin, who co-starred in 2012's film Pitch Perfect and its 2015 sequel Pitch Perfect 2, announced their engagement via Instagram this weekend. Austin said in Saturday's post, "I asked, she said yes." The message captioned a photo of Camp showing off her new diamond ring while the pair sit in a car, casually dressed, smiling and wearing sunglasses. Camp wrote on her own account alongside the same image, "He asked, I said yes." The couple did not say if they have set a wedding date yet. The Cosby Show's child actress Keisha Knight Pullum gave a literal meaning to ringing the new year when showing off some new jewelry on Instagram. Pullum, who played the Huxtables' youngest daughter Rudy on the sitcom, got engaged to former NFL linebacker Ed Hartwell on New Year's Eve, announcing it to the world on social media. Pullum captioned an Instagram post with Hartwell showing off her ring. "Happy to send not only my new year, but my life with this guy. Hashtag blessed beyond measures." Hartwell was married to Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Lisa Wu from 2006 to 2011. A character who appeared in Season 1 of Breaking Bad will guest star in Season 2 of the show's prequel series Better Call Saul. Vince Gilligan hinted at the casting to Cinema Blend, but declined to offer many details about it. Gilligan said, "We revisited a character we met early in Season 1 of Breaking Bad and haven't seen since. It's going to be a fun trip of the hat." Starring Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul is an origin story from the lawyers prominently featured in Breaking Bad. Odenkirk's co-star Jonathan Banks also reprised his Breaking Bad role of Mike Ehrmantraut in the prequel series. Season 2 is set to premiere February 15th on AMC. And passing to report, Brooklyn-born actor and World War II veteran Jason Wingreen has died at the age of 95. His son Ned told The Hollywood Reporter Friday the man who played Harry the bartender on All in the Family and Archie Bunker's Place died December 25th. Wingreen was a frequent television guest star, appearing in multiple episodes, including The Untouchables, The Twilight Zone, The Fugitive, The FBI, and Ironside. He was seen on In the Heat of the Night and Seinfeld as well. He has also memorably provided the voice of the bounty hunter Boba Fett in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. His other film credits include The Bravados, A Guide for the Married Man, Marlowe, They Only Kill Their Masters, The Terminal Man, Airplane, and Oh God, You Devil. Country music star Miranda Lambert posted on Instagram a New Year's photo of her snuggling on a couch with her new beau, Anderson East. Lambert captioned the image, which shows her and East bundled up in hats and winter clothes. The snuggle is real, at Anderson East, and hugging under a woolly blanket. The singer didn't say exactly where they were when the photo was snapped. Lambert and her husband Blake Shelton announced in July they were ending their 4-year marriage. Shelton is now dating pop star Gwen Stefani, his fellow mentor on The Voice. Pop music superstar Taylor Swift celebrated New Year's Eve by releasing the video for her song Out of the Woods, which is off her latest album, 1989. The 4-minute fantasy-themed clip has gotten more than 12 million views since it was posted on YouTube Thursday night. The video shows Swift alone on beaches and mountaintops, swimming in the sea, being pursued by wolves through a snowy forest, and attempting to free herself from mud and thorny vines in a swamp. Says in the words that appear on the screen at the end of the video, she lost him, but she found herself, and somehow that was everything after the fierce. But the bedraggled Swift reunites with what seems to be a more serene, contemplative version of herself who is gazing out at the ocean. Singer Chris Brown is under investigation for allegedly punching a Brazilian model in the face after she snapped a photo of him. Lizzie Ann Gutierrez told TMZ she was at a private party in Brown's suite at the Palms Hotel in Las Vegas Saturday morning. Gutierrez said she sneaked her phone past security and took it out during the party to snap a photo of Brown. Brown allegedly lost his temper and hit Gutierrez. Gutierrez said she left the party and called the police. ABC News reported Las Vegas police have listed Brown as a suspect in a battery investigation but will not confirm further details of the alleged incident. A representative for the singer told TMZ the accusations are undeniably untrue. The North American box office crossed the $11 billion benchmark for the year this week, making 2015 the highest earning year in movie history, Rentrack announced. Among the titles that drew people to theaters were American Sniper, 50 Shades of Grey, Furious 7, Inside Out, Jurassic World, Minions, Hotel Transylvania 2, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. The previous box office record was set in 2013 when U.S. citizens and Canadians spent $10.9 billion going to the pictures. Rentrack senior media analyst Paul Dagarabian said in a statement, Hollywood's built the perfect box office beast in 2015 with one hit movie after the next, weekend after weekend, exceeding expectations with the regularity that makes it look easy. With records falling like dominoes, the revenues just kept building as audiences flood multiplexes in huge numbers. A diverse and compelling selection of great titles, big and small, from every studio fueled an extraordinary level of interest by patrons who seemingly could not get enough of the big screen experience in 2015. Star Wars: The Force Awakens is the number one movie in the North American box office for a third and consecutive weekend, earning an additional $88.3 million in ticket sales, Rentrack announced Sunday. The seventh installment in the space epic hit the $1 billion global milestone in 12 days, setting a new record. Coming in at number 2 at the North American box office this weekend is Daddy's Home with $29 million, followed by The Hateful Eight at number 3 with $16.2 million, Sisters at number 4 with $12.6 million, and Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Road Chip at number 5 with $11.8 million. Rounding out the top tier are Joy at number 6 with $10.4 million, The Big Short at number 7 with $9 million, Concussion at number 8 with $8 million, Point Break at number 9 with $6.8 million, and The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 at number 10 with $4.6 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2003, the National Society of Film Critics honors The Pianist. The National Society of Film Critics comprised 55 of America's top critics, holding its 37th annual meeting in Sardini's restaurant in New York City on this date in 2003. The critics chose the director Roman Polanski's wrenching Holocaust drama, The Pianist, as Best Picture of the previous year. As a young boy in Krakow during the Nazi occupation of Poland, Polanski saw his parents interned in a concentration camp where his mother would die. Polanski was able to escape a similar fate by going into hiding during the war years, an experience that The Pianist echoes. He later studied directing at the State School of Cinema, and in 1962 left Poland to direct films in England and America, including Repulsion in 1965 and the Academy Award-winning movie Rosemary's Baby in 1968, starring Mia Farrow. In 1969, Polanski's pregnant second wife, the actress Sharon Tate, was one of several people brutally murdered by members of a cult led by Charles Manson. Polanski's next film, an especially gory adaptation of Shakespeare's Macbeth, 1971, seemed to reflect his darker outlook in the wake of the murders. After directing his most acclaimed film yet, the noir thriller Chinatown, 1974, Polanski became involved in a criminal scandal of his own when he was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl after giving her alcohol and drugs. He pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, but subsequently fled to London and then France, violating the terms of his plea agreement. In France, Polanski continued to actively work on films and theater productions. In 1989, he married the French actress Emmanuelle Seigner, who appeared in his films Frantic in 1988, Bitter Moon 1992, and The Ninth Gate 1999. The Society of Film Critics Award in early January 2003 was just one of the many honors bestowed upon The Pianist 2002, based on the autobiography work of the celebrated Jewish pianist Władysław Splitsman. The film, which told the story of Splitsman's hard-fought efforts to survive the Nazi occupation of Warsaw during World War II, won the coveted Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival in May 2002 and would go on to win the Césars, the French equivalent of the Oscars, for Best Picture and Best Director. The National Society of Film Critics also awarded its top acting honors to the film's star, Adrian Brody, who played Splitsman, and screenplay honors to Ronald Hardwood. At the 75th Annual Academy Awards held that March in the Kodak Theater in Los Angeles, The Pianist was nominated in 7 categories. Hardwood won for Best Adapted Screenplay, and exuberant Brody took home the Best Actor statuette, surprising the award's presenter, Halle Berry, by bending her backwards for a lengthy kiss. Polanski, a front-runner in the Best Director category, was not present at the ceremony. In order to avoid arrest, he could not return to the United States. When his name was announced as the Best Director winner, many of those in the audience gave him a standing ovation. And as your entertainment report for Monday, January 4th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and I'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.